Musical makers and titans of tones, it's Prof. G, and in this CircuitPython school lesson, we're going to learn how to use PWM to simulate an analog signal. We'll learn how to vary frequency and duty cycle to play different notes and control volume. We're going to learn how to play musical notes using a Pico in CircuitPython, and we'll play all 12 notes in the middle music octave. This will set us up for a future lesson where we take what we learned here to create a Pico-powered piano. So let the big learning play on. Now we're going to be producing sound using PWM, and we've mentioned PWM very briefly in earlier videos, but here's a quick overview. So analog signals can vary, while digital signals can only be 1 or 0. Computing devices are really good at digital, 1s and 0s, not so much with analog. Now PWM, which is pulse width modulation, allows us to fake an analog signal by rapidly toggling 1s and 0s or high or low values, like this diagram here. The nicely curved sine wave is meant to represent an analog signal, and over here we've got an approximation of the sine wave by varying our 1 and 0 pulses. Now PWM can be used to brighten or dim an LED by rapidly turning power on or off. Rapid on and offs can also control the speed of a motor, and we can use PWM to play tones. And to do this, we're going to control 3 values. Frequency, that's the number of fluctuations we'll have in a period. Now frequency will produce the note, so middle C or C4, for example, has a frequency of 440 Hertz. We'll also use duty cycle to control the volume of our tones. And we'll also add a duration. This will control the time the tone plays, and this will give us the length or beat of a note. Now in this example, we'll play the middle octave, and I'm not really a musician, but the middle octave starts at middle C, sometimes that's called C4, and it goes through the letter notes to G and then starts with A and B again. And the black keys can be called either flats or sharps. Now we're going to produce all of the sounds in the middle octave using PWMIO. So we're going to import the PWMIO library, then we're going to use this library to create a PWMOut object. And you could call this anything, but I'm going to call mine tone. We'll use the same audio wiring from earlier lessons where we played sound. Remember, you can use any speaker with a standard audio plug. Just clip the base wire to the ground wire, and the audio in can go to any digital pin. Here I'm using GP15. That's the pin in the upper left-hand corner if your board is oriented this way. Just make sure you have the pin right, since it may have moved from the last lesson. So back to the code, when creating the PWMOut object, I'm going to pass in board.gp15. Now the way that we play tones is to change the frequency of our PWMOut object, and different frequencies mean different notes. And in order to be able to vary the frequency of this object, when we declare this object, we need to set the variable underscore frequency parameter equal to true. And unfortunately, there's no way to control the speaker volume from CircuitPython, but we can fake this by accessing and changing the PWMOut object's duty underscore cycle parameter. Like potentiometers, the duty cycle value can go up to 65,535. Half of that, or about 32,760, will give you full volume. Lower than that will lower the volume. Greater than half will also lower the volume, but it'll introduce a clicking in the speaker, so ignore the higher values. Now for my simple hamburger speaker, the volume is painfully loud. So when working in my home lab, I actually set the volume to only 25, a very small number. Feel free to experiment with that value if you need to. Now down here I have a list of 12 integers in a list called notes. Now these are the frequencies for the 12 notes that you'll find in the middle octave of a conventional piano. So the first value at index 0 is middle C, sometimes called C4, and that has a frequency of 262 Hertz. D flat or C sharp is 277 Hertz, D is 294, all the way up to B, which is 494. So when we want to play a given note in the piano, starting at middle C and counting left to right, we just play that index value on our list. Now tone underscore duration sets the length of time for each tone we're going to play. I'm going to use just 0.2 of a second in this demo, but feel free to change that, and you can vary that when calling the function we'll introduce below. And I'm going to set a very short rest underscore duration of just 1/100th of a second, but feel free to change this too. Now I've also written 2 functions that you can reuse to play notes or rests, and the rests are the time between the notes. So play a tone takes 2 values, a frequency, which is the note, and the duration, which is the length of time we should play that note for. Now the first line here turns up the volume. Now that's because we might have turned the volume off to produce the rests or the spaces between the notes, and that's usually the case. So make sure you turn the volume on. Then we're going to play the note by setting the frequency of our PWMOut object, which we call tone. And then we carry that note for a given length of time by sleeping for the duration of the note. Now the function down here, play arrest, takes one parameter duration, it turns off the duty cycle so that nothing is playing, and then it waits for the duration, which is the length of time that we don't want to play any sounds. Now this code doesn't have a while true loop to avoid playing things over and over again. This loop will only execute once, and then our code is going to end. But it will play all 12 notes, and I do that by going through all the frequencies in the notes list. Now you might notice that this for loop looks different from some of the other loops that we've written. Now normally we go through a range of integers, but here we don't have a range. We're just referring to a list of notes. So what gives? Well, this is the code that we've seen before. We see the range as a length of a list. In this case, it's the length of notes, or len of notes. That number is 12 in this case, so we would go through the numbers 0 up to, but not reaching 12, so we'll stop at 11. And this code works. Now the code down here iterates through a sequence, which in our case is a list, and that list is called notes. So the value note is an element of the list notes. This statement says go through every element of notes, that sequence, and put each element into the value note one at a time as you go through the loop with each iteration. So in this case, instead of getting the index value, we actually get the value of the element itself, 262, 277, all the way up to 494. Cool. Now, which approach should you use? Well, it's up to you. Iterating through an array would be considered more Pythonic, and it involves thinking directly about the element rather than the index of the element. So most programmers would probably prefer this, but in a lot of the code that we wrote earlier, we actually used our index value to access different lists inside of the for loop. For example, when we made a drum machine with the Circuit Playground, we got the index of our touchpads, but we also used that index to play both the drum sounds and to access the colors associated with the touchpad that was touched. So in cases like that, you definitely want the index value, and you would use that approach. If you don't need the index value, then this one is usually preferred. But either one works exactly the same. But Python programmer, now you know both of these techniques, iterating using an index and iterating through a sequence. And by the way, this iteration technique also works on other sequences too, like tuples. So now let's code up this example. That'll give you the skill to create your own tone-based songs in CircuitPython, but it'll also prep you to build a PWM piano in our next lesson. I'll start with a comment, Pico, PWM notes.py, and we're going to import time, comma board, comma PWMIO, and then we're going to set up our PWMOut object. We'll call that tone. We'll set that equal to PWMIO.PWMOut. That's with the PWM and the O all in caps. Then in parens, board.gp15. Remember to change this if you've clipped the tip of your audio jack to another pin, then comma variable underscore frequency equals true. Then I'll create a variable called volume and set that equal to 25. And the way that we're going to change the volume of our speaker is we'll set tone.duty underscore cycle equal to volume. And just as a note, about 32,760 is full volume, and anything less than that will lower the volume. Then we'll set up the keyboard notes, the 12 octave notes from C, C sharp, D, D sharp, E, F, F sharp, G, G sharp, A sharp, and B. And we're going to create a list called notes and set that equal to, in square brackets, 262, 277, 294, 311, 330, 349, 370, 392, 410, 440, 466, 494. So make sure you've got 12 values in there and those numbers are all correct. Then we're going to create a variable called tone underscore duration, and we'll set that equal to 0.2. Feel free to vary that if you want your notes to change in duration. And then we're also going to add rest underscore duration equal to 0.01. And again, feel free to vary that if you want longer rests between your notes. And then we're going to create our first function. We'll define it, def, as play underscore a underscore tone, and we're going to pass in two values, freq, F-R-E-Q, comma, duration. Make sure those two values are between parentheses and you've got a colon at the end. And we're going to set tone.duty underscore cycle equal to volume. Now, just as a note, the reason that you need to do that is you turned it off during the rest function below. And I should have made this font size a little bit bigger so that you could see it. The keyboard shortcut for that is just Shift-Control greater than symbol. Then we'll set tone.frequency equal to freq, F-R-E-Q, and time.sleep in parentheses duration. So that's going to play the note for the duration. Then below this, we're going to create our function to play arrest. So outdent to start a new function and define it with def followed by play underscore a underscore rest. And we're going to pass in between parentheses duration. Make sure you put the colon at the end. And first we'll turn off our speaker with tone.duty underscore cycle, setting that equal to 0. Then we'll set time.sleep to, in parentheses, duration, so that's going to give us a rest for that particular duration. And then below, we're just going to iterate through all of the notes in the notes list. Remember our technique for note in notes, colon. We're going to play underscore a underscore tone, passing in note, comma, tone underscore duration. And then we're going to play arrest, passing in rest duration. And above the for loop, I'm going to print out notes playing. And as I look at this code up in line 8, I spelled octave wrong. And in the notes down below, actually the note for G sharp is closer to 415 than 410. So I'm going to change 410 to 415. And I'll open up the terminal, get into PyCharm, and save. And oh, we heard the tones. Let me increase the volume up to 500 and save again. Sounds good, quite a bit louder. Save again to play again. Call the Von Trapp family. You just coded up a little do-re-mi CircuitPython style. So let's save this as Pico PWMnotes.py to the CircuitPython school folder and close that external tab. But good job, Musical Maker. We learned about PWM and how it simulates an analog signal. We learned how we can use frequency and duty cycle to create notes and rests. We've got our Pico cranking out mellifluous beeps and boops. And we learned how to iterate through a list in Python without having to use a range or index value. Now in the next lesson, we're going to learn how to use Python dictionaries to create dictionaries and modify functions that let us easily set up code to play some tunes. And we'll enlist the help of AI for some of our music. And if you want to dive into a challenge, if you've gone through the earlier lessons, then you now have the skill to use what we've learned about the MPR121 12-pad capacitive touchboard to create a PWM-toned Pico and CircuitPython-powered piano. Let that big learning play on and continue to make the awesome.